Welcome to our third segment on using Git Eclipse with the Impress CMS project. Today we're going to look at just keeping up with changes in the repositories and synchronizing what others have added to the remote repository. So we've created our local repository and we have created a branch for us to work in. We are using the feature Impress CMS 2.0 PHP 5 strict as our local branch, which we have copied from our feature on the remote by the same name. And it's been some time since we've done anything with the branch, so we just want to get caught up on any of the changes to the remote repository. And what we can do from our PHP Explorer, from our project view, is we're going to go to Team and we are going to fetch from upstream. And what that does is it looks at the remote repository on, in this case, Assembla, and updates our local repository with any changes that have occurred in any of the branches, not just the one that we're working on, but the entire repository. So we're just going to click on that. It'll fetch, and then what we'll get is a result that says, here's the changes that we just applied to your repository. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different changes in the Impress CMS 2.0 branch. What you'll also notice now is that there are 2 changes in this particular feature branch. It's indicated by the little decorator here that says, has the down arrow and the number 2. That says there are 2 changes that need to be merged into this local working copy in order for us to be in complete synchronization with the remote repository. Now, the way that we can do that is we are going to do a merge. So again, we go to Team and we hit Merge. It's going to ask us, where do you want to merge from? In this case, we're going to merge from our remote feature branch of the same name. We're going to do this first, hit the merge. It'll apply all those changes to our local working copy. It'll tell us the result is a fast forward, which means it caught everything up. And it says our new head is this, and here are the 2 changes that it merged in, and you can see that Eclipse gives us some more details and everything that was done whenever we click on one of the changes. Click on OK and we can click on this. But now if we look at our project, you'll notice that we have no more decorations saying that there are things we need to catch up on. That's really important to understand, that there are 3 different distinct places where the changes are being stored. One is in your working directory, which you'll see here in our repository view. This is what you've got physically looking at when you're looking in your developer environment. You also have your local repository, which has all of the information that references the remote repository, and then you have the remote repository, which is where everybody else is sending their changes as they working through their tickets and their features that they're adding. So again, the process to get everything updated is that we're going to get everything, fetch everything from the upstream. Once we're done with that, it'll tell us what our results are. Then we will merge any changes from our remote branch into our local branch, and that should get us all caught up with any of the changes. Now, there's also other changes that'll take up, and the decorator will show that it'll be an up arrow if there are changes that we've applied locally that we have not pushed to the upstream repository and merged into the branches there. We'll go through that on our next segment. But for now, that is how you stay in sync with changes that are being submitted to the remote repository. Is if you're just monitoring the changes and want to make sure that you're ready to go with working with the latest version. Thanks once again, and come back later for another segment of the Impress CMS Git and Eclipse working project.